tabular method of integration by parts is very useful when you have to repeatedly apply the integration by parts process. The steps I want you to look for are identify u. Usually you're looking for some x to the n. You're looking for something who will have a derivative that eventually goes to 0. Eventually. And then identify dv, and this has got to be something you can integrate, and you can usually integrate multiple times. Make a table, and usually I don't write the word alternate signs, I put plus, minus. And then I'm going to put u and all of its derivatives. So whatever u is, and then I'm going to find u prime, u double prime, etc. until I come down here and u is 0. Next, I'm going to find v prime, and then I'm going to start the integrations. Now for signs, you always start with positive, and then you go to negative, and then you go to positive, and you keep going down. Now here's the trick. When it's time to add these up, let me give myself some integrals of v primes here. And I don't want to do the double integral sign here, that's kind of awkward. You multiply across and down 1, cross and down 1, and you just keep going until you run out of terms. Let's do an example. Find the integral of x squared sine of 4x. Now what do you want u to be? I want u to equal x squared and dv to equal sine of 4x dx. Why? Because I can take the derivative of u all the way down to 0, and I know I can integrate the sines and cosines. So I usually start right here with the u, and I put x squared. Now, the derivative of x squared is 2x. The derivative of 2x is 2, and the derivative of 2 is 0. Now, this is how I know where I'm going to stop. Now, I'm going to come over here and put v primes. So, v prime is sine of 4x. Now, I'm not going to put the dx's or anything like that. When I integrate this once, I'm going to have minus 1/4 cosine 4x. Integrate it again. I'm going to have minus 1/16 sine of 4x. And integrate it one more time. 4 times 16, so this is going to be positive 1/64 cosine of 4x. And the last thing I do is I come over and I check my signs. You always start with positive, negative, positive, negative. Now comes the fun part. It's like checkers or tic-tac-toe. You multiply straight across, and then down 1. So let me give myself a little room here. The integral of x squared sine 4x dx, the first term is positive, x squared minus 1/4 cosine 4x. And I'm going to kind of put this here so we can be clear as to what we're doing. The next term is negative 2x times minus 1/16 sine 4x. So it's going to be minus 2x times minus 1/16 sine of 4x. The next term is plus 2 times 1/64 cosine 4x. And now I'm done, because as soon as I hit this 0, it doesn't matter what the next term is. So let me rewrite my answer here more neatly, or neater. It's x squared over 4, and I'm going to have a negative sign, cosine 4x, plus x sine of 4x over 8, minus minus is plus, that's 16. Okay, plus cosine 4x divided by 32, all plus a constant. Don't forget your plus a constant.